So, first season in the books.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling about the off season?
Weird. It's weird having time to myself again.
Are you relaxing any?
I'm trying, but every time I sit down, I just feel like I should be in the gym.
Well, that's a good instinct. Can't afford to take it easy at this level, you know?
No, sir, you cannot.
With that said, I want to bring your attention to two off-season activities that you might not be thinking about yet.
Okay.
The FIBA games
Mm-hmm.
and player relationship management.
Right. All right, bet. Hit me with the FIBA first.
Okay, so you've got a standing offer to play with Team USA, but it's a multi-year commitment. Now, the more time you spend with your team in the off years, the more influence you have over who makes the roster for the tournament.
And the tournament's, what, every 4 years, right?
Correct. And this next one's coming up this next offseason. So if you want to say on who's on the team, you should play in the friendly this year.
Got it. And what's up with this player relationship management? I mean, that sounds like a GM's job.
You should visit your old friend Dion. Get in some open runs. Plus, it's a great opportunity to, build some teammate chemistry and maybe even recruit some free agents.
Okay. I mean, that's smart. I get a chance to work on my game and work on my GM impression.
I would suggest you do both. But, hey, it's totally up to you. But the more you put into this game, the more you get out of it.
I appreciate all the info, Austin.
It's my pleasure.
What's up, MP?
What's up?
You all done with the off-season work?
This is my favorite time of the year, bro. What's up, everybody? It's your boy MP, here to announce what's going down on my...
All right, MP doing his pregame routine, mentally preparing for tonight's opponent. This is how you get ready for one of the top teams in the league.
Blessed be positivity.
And how do you stay centered with everything happening around you and everything happening around this game, especially in light of recent comments?
What comments, Xander?
You haven't heard?
Heard what?
Check it out. What do you say to that?
Nothing. Actually, dock this. When we blow them out tonight, that'll be the last word.
The MPs call it shot? Is that a guaranteed blowout?
I said what I said. I know the camera's running. We'll see who stands on business.
Look out there, MP. Yo, MP, let's go.
It's all happening in Dallas, Texas. Here at American Airlines Center, the Timberwolves taking on the Mavericks. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, the journey of a new season starts now. The challenges of the past have become fuel to create a path to success. Mavs, Timberwolves. Coming up next, right after this. This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And looking at the Toronto matchup, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Randall and Reed holding down the post box. MP out there with Dillingham. And it's Edwards in at the small forward position. And for Dallas, in its small and power forward, it'll be Flagg and Davis. Kyrie Irving is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Lively in at the center position. Well, no doubt these players, GA, are eager to get this season going.
Listen, there's definitely some nerves, but it's mainly excitement. This is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
And MP tries to bring out his best when he's matched up against any of the league's top teams. You know, he has said it publicly, but he puts a lot of stock in games like this one.
And that's what makes this game so important. When you come out and let everyone know what you're thinking, you have got to back it up. MP's put some pressure on himself. We'll see how he handles it.
And let's check in with Allie. And she's got the latest for us on MP.
Well, here's what MP had to say about facing one of the best teams in the conference. Games like this are bookmarks, he said, potential moments when the big picture unfolds. We want to have our hands raised at the end of these chapters. Guys, back to you.
And the story continues. Hey, thank you for the report.
And, you know, for a score-first point guard, Irving is no slouch as a facilitator.
And Stan, the head coach, Chris Finch, bringing a culture of accountability to this Timberwolves team.
Yeah, Chris Finch challenges every player, Kevin, top to bottom. No sugarcoating Coach Finch's message, but at the same time, getting that buy-in that a coach has to have.
What an incredible first year for MP. Named to the all-rookie first team.
And last season, MP was one of the very best rookies. In this second season, the expectation is that he continues to grow his game.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Bangs home the trifecta. MP's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, they've started this game strong offensively. 3 out of their first 4 attempts.
Bogdanovich sets the pick for flag. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
And stolen by MP. Pass to Dillingham. Back to MP. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Outside, Davis. Back to Irving. It's up a 3. And that one is off. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 13-5 run here. Randall kicks to MP.
You got it. Come on, come on.
That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. MP's got 16 points. Hey, Greg, how about MP? Last season, making first-team All-NBA for the very first time. And I think that said, yes, he has arrived.
Yeah, that first team is of the elite, right? That's when you know you have the respect of your peers and the full attention of your opponents.
Hardy, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Stan Nasreed is a much-beloved player with the Timberwolves, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner.
Yeah, he is, Kevin. I'm not sure the fans in Minnesota love anyone more than they love Nasreed, not even Anthony Edwards. They appreciate his consistency, the effort he brings every night, the energy, and, yeah, the charisma on top of all the skill.
Dallas making... Mavericks trail by 8. So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. D'Angelo Russell out there with Hardy. Then it's Najee Marshall. Then it's Flag. And it's Christie in at the 3.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Here's MP. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
What heart by MP, going through contact there and converting.
Dallas making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. And MP in his second year in the NBA, Greg, always curious to see the kind of jump that a player makes after the rookie season.
You learn so much after your first run through the league. MP showed a lot of potential, and I'm sure he'll be even better this season.
Shannon passes to MP. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Getting it done against contact. It's MP.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet. You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Poke loose and stolen by MP. Whoa!
That's a young, creative mind right there. MP doing work.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. And stolen by MP. Whoa!
Gracious. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Back to Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Russell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Flag. 11 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Minnesota leading by 12. Inside. MP gets it.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Russell with it. Defended now by Dillingham. It's stolen by Gobert. Pushing it up. Dillingham with the bucket. Dillingham's got his first basket. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And the break is on. They've continued to find ways to score.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Davis is checked in for Flag, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Hardy. Drills it from outside.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now, and even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Pass to Davis. Over Randall, and Davis gets it to go.
And that's a shot Davis will make 10 out of 10 times. He's just so strong inside.
And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2" to 6'10". But Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. You look forward to working with someone like that. Back to you.
Has him bought in. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Derek Lively, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Flag comes in for Russell, takes the 13-footer, and he drops that one in. Davis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yes, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Got that one up quick. MP's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Timberwolves.
And that's his fourth foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit.
And so it's Minnesota with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq... Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Mavericks.
I think it's funny watching these guys play defense. This is a circus, and they're getting clowned.
Giving up too many easy looks for sure, but who knows? Maybe after intermission, they'll bring out the Tigers.
Rawr.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though. The Timberwolves making a change here. MP's checked in. So on the floor for Minnesota. Front-court spots filled by Edwards and Randall. MP out there with Dillingham. And it's Reed in at the 5 spot. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting. Looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
For now. Mavericks trail by 12. Now Flag, and Flag throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Here's Dallas. They're on a 14-6 run. Into the lane. Outside, Davis. Pass to Flag. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Flag's got 9 points in the quarter. Minnesota leading by 7. Here's MP. Oh-ho! MP in the face of tough interior defense.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Dallas moving the ball around. Wide with it. MP's there. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Bring it up for MP, a 3.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy, and every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
And yes, it's good. 16 points for Cooper Flag.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got assist number 5 here tonight. A 3 from MP. Connects again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
MP has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He's looking to make history here today. Who knows how many points he'll end up with when it... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Russell. Anthony Davis is out there with Najee Marshall. Then there's Harden, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Davis sets a screen. On the wing, Davis lets it go with the 3. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
Minnesota leading by 9. MP left side. And good! He hits it again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Hardy. A three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. MP outside. Takes a three. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 8 rebounds in this game. From 20 feet out. Rebound, Minnesota. They led the game at 1 point by 20. MP fires from way outside.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Russell. Marshall finds Russell. From outside. No good there.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue.
Connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Marshall. Flag comes in for Hardy. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Russell. He drills the three.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. Shooting a lot more.
And got it! Another basket.
And what a night. Arguably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance.
Now let's go to our sideline reporter, Dominic Hamill.
60-plus in the win for you, MP. Was I seeing things, or did you leave a few points on the board out there? It felt like you could have hit 70 if you wanted.
Man, what? It started to feel a little unfair tonight, to be honest with you. I mean, how many times can you dunk on your little brother in the driveway before you start feeling bad? And that's what I felt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not making any friends with a statement like that, MP.
I'm not trying to. Hey, listen, this is a grown-up league. If you can't take a little trash talk, you're in the wrong business.
Words of wisdom. Thanks, MP.
You're welcome.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dominic, thank you. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. We'll see you later.
MP, right here. I got a great question for you. Right here.
Miss Harkin.
MP. Obviously, a lot of the talk coming into this one centered on comments about you guys being seen as pushovers, an easy win on the schedule. Did that motivate you even more?
Yeah, you know, I tried to show those guys some respect. I've said it publicly, they're one of the best teams in the league. In front of y'all. I've been posting videos about it, and from one competitor to another, you expect a certain level of respect, to have class. So for them to say they expect to beat us just by showing up, man, that's low class right there. And I think we taught them a lesson tonight. Maybe next time they'll show us the respect we deserve.
Okay, thank you.
MP.
MP,
right here.
Questions.
Right here.
Right in front of you.
Big game tonight.
Man, they're all big, Xander. But tonight we're going up against an incredible defensive squad. We know what we're in for.
All right, what does that mean to you as far as pre-game prep or the mental side of the game? What's the difference in how you approach this game versus others?
Oh, the scouting report. It's a bit more in-depth, but you don't want to change up your approach too much. Still got to play to your strengths.
So make adjustments, but stay consistent?
Okay, I can see you're not impressed. But I got something for you. We're going to break our season high tonight. They say defense wins championship, but whoever said that never saw us play offense.
Ah, that's a take.
Yeah.
Say it again.
All right, a little different, but we're playing one of the best defenses in the league, and we're going to give them more buckets than we ever given anyone else all season.
You feeling lucky?
Oh, bro, I'm feeling me. About to put on a clinic out there.
Looking good, MP.
MP about to tear the roof off.
All right, MP, you ready?
I'm all ears. Triple decker PB&J. Are we 12? Sounds like a lot of sugar. Dude, come on, it's great, I promise. You gotta cut off the crust too?
Everything good, MP?
Hey, did you try the strawberries back there? I did. I mean, peak season, huh? Yeah. I'm excited to get a batch because I want to make a pie.
Okay, I'll be there.
You forgot your lunch last night. Well, I went and saw Mary in concession. She gave me some popcorn. Popcorn? For a meal? She could have given you more than that.
Did you refill the soap today?
Was that my job?
You're funny, Billy. MP, let's bring it tonight.
And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're ready to brighten the weekend with some Saturday night basketball. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Ali LaForce. And MP has made his goal clear. He has his sights set on beating the top teams in the league, because he knows to be the best, you have to beat the best.
And some would say, careful what you wish for, but he is undaunted, embracing the challenge and saying, I want all the smoke.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got Saraf, Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Butler. Then it's Buddy Hield. We know things can get heated between these two, Grant. No love lost in this matchup.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other so often. You know, B.A., I think we're in for some good theater in this one.
On the wing, MP. The three is up. Drops in the three.
Wow, MP in the catch and shoot, just ready as soon as he touches the basketball.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Gives us a chance to catch up with Ali LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. He said, let's be honest, Jimmy Butler is one guy we have to be aware of at all times. When it comes to a player who's as versatile as he is, that means the D has to be versatile too. That means showing Butler various looks and various defenders. Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Ali.
And the three ball is just another way that MP can hurt you.
To the paint. Here's Hield. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
Man, you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, B.A.
And so Randall will bring it up for Minnesota. They've led by as much as 10. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
Yeah, they really worked hard to find shots in that one. Some good play calls and energy on the offensive end.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete, locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
Dante DiVincenzo out there with MP. Then there's McDaniels. Then there's Kevin Herter. And it's Randall in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Outside Moody. Puts up a 3. Minnesota against this Warriors team.
And they were the odds-on favorite in this matchup last year, but actually lost the season series.
Boy, this guy doing his job, spacing the floor. He had 2 triples in the first, and he just gets his third to go.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Larson. They need this. And he slams it in one-handed.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
I just love the ball movement.
Warriors trail by 15. Down low. Here's Larson. Off with the layup. Minnesota has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
By the time this young man is done, MP could be one of the great scorers we've ever seen.
And DiVincenzo comes to help. Inside, stolen by MP. Oh, they pick off the pass. And he lobs it up. Wow, Kuminga playing way above the rim.
Oh, mercy. Mercy me. Kuminga can really get up.
MP finds DiVincenzo. MP outside. Pass to McDaniels. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Clock at 6. MP lays it up and banks it in. 18 points for MP.
But you can see the team is just continuing to call his number. Until the defense figures it out, it ain't going to change.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And Minnesota with some changes. Naz Reid's checked in for McDaniels. Anthony Edwards comes in for Herter. And Dillingham subbed in for DiVincenzo. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game. Doris, over the last few years, the NBA has done an outstanding job with replay, expanding its uses.
Well, you say outstanding job. For some, they would tell you that the replays and the reviews are taking far too long. For me, I have no problem with the time it takes because ultimately, these are game-deciding, series-deciding, and often job-deciding outcomes. Let's get it right.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Kings was all business. He scored 53 points, and he was red hot from beyond the arc, raining down a ton of threes. And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
Allie, great info there. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Without a doubt, Ant-Man is one of the most entertaining players in the league, Doris.
You cannot take your eyes off Anthony Edwards when he's playing in a basketball game. The skill set is electric, but beyond that, he's got a...
So we conclude the first half. The T-Wolves on top, up by 15. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Welcome to this early season edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Before we analyze that first half, we get to check out the power rankings. So do you guys agree with what we're seeing here?
Yeah, it's pretty good, but some teams are ranked way too low.
Like who? Who do you think should be higher, Shaq? Who?
And spoil the surprise when they make the finals? No way, I'm keeping it G14 classification.
So I guess that means we're going to have to wait and see. Thanks, fellas. Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. They've got Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. Then there's Suraf. Warriors trail by 18. Pass to Jackson-Davis. To the middle. Here's Hield. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. The Timberwolves shooting it well, around 55% for the game. MP is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Kevin Huerter. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Wright in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Butler surveying the floor. Knocked loose. It's stolen by MP.
Boy, you love to see the unselfishness of MP at this early stage. Pretty pass.
The Warriors shooting around 51%. That's a good number. Pass to Larson. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And you look at the different kinds of leadership, whether vocal or by example. Which do you prefer, Doris?
Well, I'm a greedy type of person, BA, so I want both. Obviously, a veteran who's been there and done that is going to hold weight with what he says. But your best players have got to also lead by example. Give me both types, BA. After hitting a couple of threes in the first half, he hasn't had much going from distance.
MP, that one's good.
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
Here's Larson. Moody on the wing, looking to end the run. McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. From deep, MP nails it from 3. MP's got 31.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Back to Butler. To the inside. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
The athleticism of Mitchell Robinson is something to behold.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Here's MP. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half.
And Grant, the NBA has made it clear it's an 82-game league with its participation policy levying fines for teams resting star players.
Yeah, BA. But, at the same time, we've seen some, advocating for reducing the number of games, like Warriors coach Steve Kerr. They're arguing for quality over quantity. We'll see how it plays out.
Here's Suraf. Hield for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's MP with the drive. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
That's MP with some bad intentions on his way to the cup.
Outside Butler. Hield on the wing. Launches it. The rebound by MP.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
He buries it from 3. MP's got 17 points here in the second half.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Wow, Buddy Hield taking flight, showing he is more than just a three-point specialist.
Screen by MP. DiVincenzo, the pass to MP. Here's Wright. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Timberwolves.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for MP.
What a groove for him this evening. Just stand aside and let the man work.
Pass to Saroff. Now here's Jackson Davis. Butler on the wing. 14 now, a solid offensive performance.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler has found his groove, and he isn't letting the defense impact him in any way.
Back to MP. Beyond the arc. Saroff with the rebound. And the Warriors with possession. Pass to Butler. Fade away. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
The offensive rebound. Outside for Butler. Pass to Saroff. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Now we send it over to Jennifer Quintana.
The win was impressive. 40-plus points in the win, another level entirely. When did you know you were in the zone?
Some nights it doesn't hit you.
BA, over to you.
All right, thanks, Jennifer.
Good game, man.
Good, MP.
Welcome, everyone, to our 2K Sports broadcast. Tonight, RJ, when you were playing in this league, how long did it take you into a new season to find your rhythm?
Honestly, once I made my first shot of the season, I felt okay. It's something about making that first shot that feels like the season has gotten started.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. On-court spots filled by Edwards and Randall. Dillingham is out there with MP, and it's Reed in at center. Here's Van Vliet. Thompson for the triple. Dillingham with the rebound. Now the Timberwolves with it. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
In their eyes, that's just taking care of business. They believe they're supposed to beat this team, but they'll have to see how the season series shakes out.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And here's MP for three. Another miss by MP. Here's Houston now. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
You could see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win.
When they say don't give your opponent confidence, this is what they mean. They were allowed to hang around, and by the end, they were the team that believed in themselves.
And here is Van Vliet. Following the three-pointer by MP, and stolen by MP. Floats it up for Randall. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the combination of power, skill, and balance? Randall gets it done above the rim on that one.
Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Van Vliet passes to Şengün to the inside. And Thompson throws it down.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Richard, we know that anytime Alperen Şengün steps on the floor, he's a triple-double threat.
Yeah, he's one of the tallest players to ever have multiple triple-doubles. Şengün is such a great passer, it adds another dimension to their offense.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Dillingham with it, picked up by Van Vliet.
This young kid's got some ups. MP throwing it down.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Over to the wing. Thompson against MP. Thompson passes to Şengün. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Edwards, good.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Warriors was tremendous. He ended up with 41 points and was locked in from distance. It was impressive. His numbers from that game jump off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Excellent report, Allie. Thank you. It certainly was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, pass to Eason. For 3, Van Vliet. Rebound, Minnesota. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
It definitely made things easier for them. When the other team is just handing you the ball back, you got to make them pay for it.
And here is Van Vliet, following the three-pointer by MP. And stolen by MP. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
The quick hands of MP creating the break there with the steal.
Rockets trail by 12. Thompson outside. Shot to stop the run. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Thompson's got 6 points. Here's MP. The shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low. And Şengün throws it down.
Punishing the rim right there. Şengün.
MP outside. Floats it up for Reed. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Here's Van Vliet. Good, nice job down low. Van Vliet's got his second basket of the game.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built.
The previous play is under review.
View the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Right.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Timberwolves.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
On the court for Minnesota, McDaniels is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's MP. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Clark in at the 3. Here's Bernard, covered by MP. Over in the corner, Shepard. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
Extending out that range. Reed Shepard, this youngster can shoot it.
Here's MP. MP gets the job done inside.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Houston making a switch here. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. MP is number 1.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
Hardaway finds Şengün. 3-pointer, and with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Hardaway.
Oh, excellent preparation from Hardaway Jr., primed to attack.
Greg, you're looking out for Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Again, the Rockets score.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And MP throws it down.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Van Vliet kicks to Şengün. Van Vliet outside. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Over MP. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Hardaway. McDaniels passes to MP. Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 27 points for MP.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Back to Van Vliet. And some nice passing there by Houston. Really left alone that time. Hardaway's got 10.
A go-to shot for Hardaway Jr. He can really hurt defenses from downtown.
MP. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Tari Eason's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and Amen Thompson subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Fred Van Vliet is a leader for the Rockets. Their coach, Ime Udoka, says Fred sometimes goes against his natural inclination, playing the good cop because Ime himself is so hard on them, but adds, Fred is a grumpy dude. He always finds something to be mad at. We need that with our team. Back to you, Kevin.
They love his disposition. Okay, thank you, Allen. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Just strength from the big man Şengün, pushing through the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. Isaiah Joe comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. MP's shot is good.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Here's Thompson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
And Richard, you were telling me before the game, you're a big fan of Amen Thompson.
Man, he is an elite defender who can guard multiple positions. One of the top athletes in the league, and he's just such an instinctive playmaker.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. At this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. In second, the Rockets. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
I mean, these clubs are almost a mirror image of one another in that regard. You look at the rebounding numbers, really impressive just how physically dominant they both are in the paint. The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Pass to Şengün. Now, Washington. From the arc. Good defense by MP. McDaniels with the ball. Now defended by Şengün. Outside Edwards. Pulls up from the corner. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his fourth assist in this one. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thompson outside. Elbow shot is on the way. And that one comes up a bit short. MP kicks to Edwards. A three from MP. The shot that time not on target. And stolen by MP. Here's Joe. And he converts the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
MP has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They kept going to him again and again. And he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be better moving forward, just like I do with you guys.
I'd better put my feet up. It's getting deep in here. All right, now, still early on, but let's check out the Western Conference standings.
You know, for the Rockets, they've started.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
In the backcourt, we'll see Van Vliet and Thompson. Tari Easton is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Washington in at the small forward position. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. And you think of the great shot creators, Richard, how underrated is footwork to what they do?
Well, it's very underrated. It's not just big men. You look at guys like Jalen Brunson, Kyrie Irving, even going back to Kobe Bryant. Great footwork will always enable you to get off your shot.
Esther Randall. Edwards with the screen for Dillingham. MP left side. No good from outside. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Floats it up for Randall. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Nice possession. MP giving him a great look there.
Here's Van Vliet. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And the foul called on MP. .30 seconds left in the third. Here's the lob to the hoop, and Randall throws it down.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
Here's Shepard. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Another miss by Houston. Here's MP. No good from the wing. Pass to Bernard. Now Shepard. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Back right after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Minnesota, the forwards are Edwards and McDaniel. MP out there with Isaiah Joe. And it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Timberwolves?
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Give a good player a good look, and you know what the outcome will be.
Out to the right wing. Reed finds MP. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And some nice passing there by Houston. Pass to Shepard. Şengün with a screen on Edwards. Hardaway from outside. It's hauled in by MP. Minnesota leading by 13. From past the arc. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
To the middle. Stolen by Reed. Over in the corner, Edward. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
The drive by MP.
The young buck, MP taking off there.
Here for the Timberwolves. Rando comes in for McDaniels. And MP subbed in for Clark. Now here's Van Vliet. Defense is right there. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now Şengün. Oh, the dunk!
And Şengün is piling up the points, looking totally confident and in control.
Timberwolves leading by 10. Now Dillingham. MP fires. MP showing the range.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
And the stroke of Van Vliet is so nice, proving once again why he's so valuable to this team. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Timberwolves.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody.
And so Minnesota takes the win. Huge.
What did you eat for breakfast this morning, MP? Double-digit steals? Absolutely.
Oh, Jennifer, it was a big bowl of amaranth.
Back to you, Kevin.
Hey, Jen, thanks so much.
get it, MP.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Timberwolves, they're sitting at the top of their conference right now with the #1 record. And, of course, the Pelicans, not posing much of a threat right now. And checking out the New Orleans opening lineup. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. Fears out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Messi in at the 5 down low. And for Minnesota, Randall at power forward with Reed at center. MP is out there with Dillingham, and it's Edwards in at the 3, the small forward. Taking a look at Minnesota, this is their 3rd matchup of the NBA Cup. They've gone 1-1 so far in group play.
And, you know, I think if they want a chance to move on to the knockout round, I think they've probably got to win out. So it starts tonight here at home.
And now talking about how things are going for New Orleans. Looking for a road win, and also their first win in group play for the NBA Cup.
Well, their chances of advancing to the knockout round, slim to none, but they're not lying down. Still a lot to play for.
Poole against MP. The 3-ball. Dillingham with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's MP. Here's Randall. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You know, guys, Randall is simply a beast on the offensive boards.
Here's Fears. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game.
An 0 for 4 start. Somebody forgot to take this team out of the cooler.
And the Wolves still seeking their first title, Clark.
Yep, the Lakers won 5 championships when they played in Minneapolis, BA, way in the day. The Timberwolves joined the league in 1989, and they're still trying to bring another basketball title to the city.
So Tuomas Iselo's decided to call time out here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at Indiana, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at Minnesota, they have started this season on the right foot, securing the top spot with their high-level play. Now, the question is, can they hold on to this ranking?
Putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
The Pelicans have gone 0 for 5 to begin this game. 0 for 3. Connects from downtown. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt. Let's hope he's okay.
And you guys know that this is something every player worries about, no matter your age or your ability.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
Jaden McDaniels, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. From deep, MP. It's hauled in by New Orleans. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
That was a case of getting too comfortable with a big lead. Even against a lesser team, you can't take anything for granted in this league.
The kick out to Poole. There's the 3. Randall pulls down the board.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Grizzlies was simply terrific. He ended up with 44 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. It was a performance that will stick with the fans for a long time. Let's see what he has in store for us in this one.
Oh, great stuff, Allie. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
On the wing, MP. And another three from Minnesota.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Williamson outside. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Down low. The kick out to Poole. The three is up. MP with the block.
Hey, you're not going to trick MP now. Think again. That's a great block right there.
And Minnesota with some changes. Clark is checked in for Anthony Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Dillingham. And then for New Orleans, Hawkins is checked in for Jones. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Poole. Here's Misi. Soft touch off the glass.
When the shot goes up, he is not a guy you want to lose track of. Boy, that's a nice play right there.
And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. Here's a look at the current NBA Cup standings for you. Right in the middle of group play.
Yeah, and at this juncture, you can't win the NBA Cup. You can certainly lose it. Lots of teams are close to being eliminated. This is just such a fun competition.
And Minnesota with possession here from deep. MP. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Now here's Murray. Last game, 26 points for him. Off the mark there with a 3.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Hawkins can't get it to go.
Well, he's a really good shooter. Got a good look from medium range, and I think they'll go back to that.
MP shot is good.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
Murray for 3, counted from distance.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
MP getting it done for the Timberwolves. What a game from deep. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
So for the Pelicans right now, we've got Sadiq Bey, and it's Murray in at the point. Here's Hawkins. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Well, Grant, when Zion is doing what he does best, it changes everything for the Pels.
Yeah, he bends defenses and brings a force that few teams can answer. With him in rhythm, they're not just dangerous, they're different.
Here's Murray. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Bey from long range. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. Dillingham comes in for DiVincenzo. And then for New Orleans, Zion Williamson is checked in for Bey. Jones comes in for Leonard. And it's Jordan Poole in for Hawkins. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Outrunning the field. MP. He's got those young legs, folks.
New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Williamson up top. McDaniels covering. McDaniels against Williamson. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Back to you, B.A.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers, but some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side, so when they screen you, you get no help.
And so it's New Orleans with it, following the score by Minnesota. And the shot goes down. Poole's got 5 now.
He can put you in the spin cycle. Poole with the impressive handle.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. Free throw good, MP.
One of those guys who came into the league with great expectations. MP has met those and then some.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Misi, he's checked in for Matkovic, and it's Fears in for DeJounte Murray.
A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
MP with it. Misi picks him up. Another shot. And it's Randall getting it to go. Give him 8.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. It's Minnesota. They lead by 18. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hey, everybody.
I look here at New Orleans. Not a lot of expectations for them so far, but they put together a nice little streak.
And you look at this team, the roster they have, they seem primed to take a big... And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Timberwolves. Appreciate you joining.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
All right, let's get an update on Naz Reid's injury. Let's go to Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys, the head athletic provided some information. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. They're certainly thinking player safety first, so they'll likely err on the side of caution, but it does change their plans a bit.
Thanks for the update there, Allie.
Yeah, my heart sinks for him. I mean, I really feel for him. It's no fun being hurt. Sitting out, you can't practice, you can't be part of the activity, can't help the squad. But right now, he's got to take care of his body, get his treatment, and focus on recovering so that he can get back into action down the road.
In it forward, it'll be Edwards and Randall. MP is out there with Dillingham, and it's Clark in at the center spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
He's been terrific offensively. You can bet they'll feed him down the stretch, that's for sure.
Pass to Poole from behind the arc. That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson. Williamson's got 3 assists tonight. Well, Grant, how do you slow down Zion Williamson?
Oh, glad I didn't have to, B.A. Obviously, you've got to play him for the drive and keep him in front of you. And when he gets anywhere near the paint, you have to bring the help.
Driving inside. Oh, power it home.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. MP, that was nasty.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And Minnesota making a change here. Wright's checked in. Pass to Misi. The kick out to Poole. Can they get it? Drains the triple. Poole's got 16 points.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
From deep, MP. It's hauled in by Zion Williamson. Williamson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Fears. To the paint. And Williamson throws it down.
And giving them what they want, the incredible dunking ability of Zion on full display.
MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
He's putting the team on his back. Incredible scoring performance thus far.
For New Orleans, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Williamson looking around. Pass to Jones. 4-3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's MP. He has 45 points. The shot comes out. 1:44 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Poole with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. And the shot goes in. Williamson's got 6 in the quarter.
He's really carrying the load. But no man can do it all by himself.
And it's a Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. MP outside. And a miss there on the triple. New Orleans has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. So for the Pelicans right now, we've got Sadiq Bey, Yves Missi out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's DeJounte Murray, and it's Hawkins in at the 2.
Well, that's just an uber unselfish play by Murray. Always ready to drop a dime if there's a better shot available for a teammate.
MP shot is good.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Edwards, and here's MP from outside. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist. Edwards has got 4 assists now tonight. Pass to Murray. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
And so it's New Orleans with it, following the three-pointer by Minnesota. Here's Williamson, and it goes. That makes him 9 for 13 now.
A monster down low. Zion is scary.
MP outside. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Here's Williamson. Bay from long range. On target from range. Bay's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Bay knows his team needs this from him. He's finding ways to get
another bucket. Wow.
A 60-piece. Oh, my goodness. And it's not his first of the year.
Well, he's tied for the 4th most 60-point games during a single season. It's incredible. Pass to Hawkins. Three-pointer. And another three for New Orleans.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Timberwolves.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
And you always like to get the early edge in a season series. It gives you confidence. It sets the table for 2 more games to come against New Orleans.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Bay from long range sinks the tray.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited. Too long to finally ramp themselves up.
From deep, MP. Good! Another from 3.
And this three-point shooting performance has been insane. Everything is going in for him.
It's been a historic night for him. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. And they picked up their
A scoring bonanza tonight in the win. MP, as you're passing 40, 50, 60 points, are you feeling the excitement building in the arena? Brian, back to you.
All right, thank you, Dominic. Well, folks.